What is up, everybody? It's your boy. That's how I get fun. Come back at you with another video. Now today, we're doing a Breaking Bad quiz. A couple days ago, I finished the series for the first time in about 11 years. I first watched it when I was 15. I'm 26 now, and I watched it again. And I must admit, I like it a lot better the second time ago. When I first watched it, obviously I liked it. I thought it was a top tier show back then. I still do. But now this is going to be very controversial. I do not understand the hate for Skylar. When I see people on Twitter talking about her, in my head, I thought everything went down in season 5. So whatever happened in season 5, I thought happened. But everything happened in season 3. She cheated on Ted. She cheated on Walt with Ted and all that stuff. But Walt forgave her. And I feel like if Walt can forgive her, I can forgive her. You know, she found out he was a drug dealer, the 2 phones and all that. She cheated. It was like, what, 1 or 2 times? What are you going to do? And like I said, Walt forgave her. I can forgive her. But then she opens up a car wash with him, which I feel like if you didn't love your husband, you probably wouldn't do, since, you know, he's laundering money and all that. But I will admit, though, my Skylar like this goes down, goes up, goes down, go up. But at the end of the day, I understand her. I don't blame her for feeling the way she does. And what I think got confusing for me was, because what I think happened was, at the end of season 4, obviously there's going to be spoilers on this, Gus died. He got blew up by Walt and all that. And then in season 5, she didn't like that. He was in actual danger. In actual danger. Gus threatened the family and all that. And Walt took care of business, like he should. And for some odd reason, she didn't like that. She didn't like that Walt could actually be a killer. You know, she thought it was just sunshine and rainbows in the meth industry. And when Walt had to take care of business, for some reason, she didn't like it. Which, you know, I guess you can understand, because your husband kills somebody. Even though he threatened the family, you might look at him differently, but it is what. At the end of the day, I like Skylar now. Back then, like I said, I could sympathize. I could understand the people on Twitter that talk smack about Skylar. Not no more. Now I'm a firm believer in the Skylar love. If you hate Skylar, I don't understand you. Okay, when the series begins, Walter White is a high school teacher. What does he teach? Chemistry. This is going to be quick fire, man. Like I said, this is still fresh in my brain, some of these questions. Color, I don't know. You know, I would say yellow. It was purple. Okay. And I will admit, when I was 15, I enjoyed the show. I'm 26 now, and I still enjoyed the show. If you ask a 15-year-old now to watch that show, I don't think it'd be highly rated as it is. It is a very slow-burning show, which, in my opinion, I like a slow-burning show. Not every episode is filled with gun violence, with meth, with I don't know what word I can even think of. No action. Not every episode is action based, which I feel like a lot of people want. What was Hank's hobby? Long before he discovers home brewing beer, man. Home brewing beer. He loved his beer. And I like Hank too. I see people on Twitter talking smack about Hank. You know, Hank was just doing his job. You know, I'm just saying. Hank wanted his white whale, his Walter White, and he got him. Sadly, blessed up on him. He had to die for it, but it is what it is. Jesse Ridgely, I don't think so. True. I don't see how Breaking Bad could be Breaking Bad without Jesse Pinkman. I really don't. After Walt received his cancer diagnosis, what does he nonchalantly tell the doctor? I mean, if it's nonchalantly, it has to be blood. Mustard? Okay, maybe maybe my memory's not that good. Maybe I need to watch it again. What was Saul's good? Okay, you see, this right here, you need to watch Better Call Saul, which I have seen Better Call Saul too. James McGill, we know that. Where's Gus Fring from? Ooh, Guatemala. I actually don't know. It has to be Guatemala. It might be Guatemala. It might be Chile. Yeah, it was Chile. Okay. Who hooks up with Jesse with Tuco Salamanca? To be fair, I actually have no idea. Mate, I just watched this a couple days ago, but this is like early in the season. And like I said, I got a terrible memory. Not Crazy 8. Might be Skinny Pete, actually. Might be Skinny Pete. Thank the heavens I got that right. What's the name of the planet that was used to poison Brock? Lily of the Valley. Okay. Water Lily Paradise. Like I said, if I know them, it's just gonna be quick fire. Gail, not even gonna say that. Gives Walt a book of poetry by which poet? Walt Whitman, William Shakespeare. We know W. Walt Whitman right there. I wonder if that's a real. I wonder if that's a real author. It has to be a real author. In season 1, what does Jesse Pinkman say? The captain. Oh, actually, I think it's the captain. Yeah, the captain. It would make sense if it was Chili P, though, so. Walt turns 50 in the very first episode. How old is he in the very last? 52. That's another thing that's crazy. It's such a good show. You think it takes course over a year, over multiple years, but in real time is only 1 year. It technically is only 1 year between I think when it first happens and when Hank dies. I think Walt is only 51. This only takes course in 2 years, and I think that's crazy good storytelling right there. What is Hector Salamanca's relationship to the cousins? Oh, their uncle, their grandfather. I think it's their uncle. I kind of it's the grandfather of the uncle, but it was the uncle. At season 3, Skylar does a bit of light research by visiting which Wikipedia page? Money laundering. It has to be money laundering because I don't. It has to be money laundering. Like I said, she opened up the car wash, the money launder. She good in my book. Saul's contact, you specialize in acquiring new identities, vacuum cleaners. Like I said, if I know them, I know them. In the series finale, what personal profession does Walt leave on top of the payphone on his way from New Hampshire to Albuquerque? His watch. His watch. I got 12 out of 16. So, not too bad. Now, I will, like I said, I think Breaking Bad is a top tier show. But the hate for Skylar, I don't have no hate for Skylar no more.